Funcom has recently added back in the Headhunter Event, which means lots of free stuff for us, providing you know where to get the sorcerers. They've changed a couple of things here and there, like it's definitely more worthy to actually capture the sorcerers now. I, as a disclaimer, am in God mode, so these guys aren't attacking me. I know some people hate that, but it is a lot easier when I am recording videos to not be mobbed by everything, and I can just show you guys stuff. But over here at Skulker's End is pretty easy because no matter what the level or tier, for lack of a better thing, like a Safari or an Asgardian or whatever, they're all going to give the same amount. Tier 1 is obviously going to knock out really quick, especially a Dafari. We drag this guy over here without getting too stuck and go up to this. We'll get 50 obelisks and some other fancy snacks, which can vary depending, and we'll get some alchemy base occasionally, like, yeah, some other good stuff. Now, there are a fair few sorcerers around the map, and some places are definitely better to come than others. I like this place to start off because it's easy and you can drag the dudes up there. But if you are to kill them, you'll get a burlap sack usually, and always a sorcerer's skull and sometimes some other things. Opening the sack, you will get things like notes and dead sorcerer's map showing you where the cave is, etc. Then you can take these skulls, because not all sorcerers will be located by the caravan, so it won't always be convenient. And you can gather up skulls, and if you have been killing sorcerers before this update, the skulls can just be handed in here, because they were still dropping skulls. And then we get some demon blood, some more alchemy base, only 5, but as you can see, it's about 10 times more worth it to actually capture them. So in an easy place like here, you can just knock everyone out and then kill them after the fact. Sometimes that is easier than picking them off one by one and then accidentally, especially if you happen to get this really good truncheon from the actual traders. It's a little bit expensive, so you do have to get up a couple of obelisks first, but definitely worthy. But even something like stone daggers with a kit on it is gonna help you out a bunch. You can accidentally kill them sometimes if you're using a heavy attack, but most of the time I don't even have anything in authority either. The more you have in authority, the better you are at knocking stuff out. Yeah, enough with the kind of semi-introduction. I like to start off at Skulker's End because there's 3 dudes here. Knock him out. Again, you're going to get attacked, usually. Pop him in there, get your 50 obelisks. And mind you, there's definitely a lot of other places that you can get sorcerers along the way as well, but these are just the places I prefer to go in my little route. We've now headed along here to this summoning place. Now, this is located rather close to an actual caravan over here. So if you like, you can actually knock these guys out. Again, I'm in God mode. These dudes will attack you, but they're fairly easy to take out or knock them all out, and you can find some actual named crafters here. Specifically the Witch Doctor, and sometimes Archpriest for Yorg. We'll find a dude up here. Knock him out. Boop. You can drag him to a little pile out the front or kill them, whatever. Up this way. Another guy, we'll kill him. And keep your eye out for the occasional scroll. Leveling up your sorcery if you haven't already. Head up these stairs. You'll find another one. You can get a couple of recipes in here. And check out my recipe guide if you want to see those. Over here you can have the Yog Priest or the potential Witch Doctor. Oop, my dude is now unconscious sitting, of course. We head this way over towards the caravan. Like I said, it's pretty dang close. And it also brings us towards our next little farm. At the camp literally next door, Raiders Ridge, we'll find another one. And this is a very small camp where you can occasionally find a named Tanner. So it's really easy to pick this guy off. Drag him back over here. There is only one there, though. Add some of your skulls and head on up the hill to Thugra's stand. We'll find this guy. Again, fairly easy to pick up and can potentially find other named crafters here, as well as Thugra, who is a named fighter. They go between buffing them and nerfing them. If they happen to fall through the ground like that, you literally just leave the area and come back. Like, leave res. It's surprising they haven't mixed it yet, but that's cool. Yeah, There he is. Pop back down here. So those are two incredibly easy guys to get. You can get 100 ancient obelisks in no time, and then you just wait for the respawner. You'll be getting some of this literally in no time. Not that most of those decorations are wildly worth it. From there, I tend to head across the river to Nabatu's pack, where we will find another sorcerer. I generally kill him because that's a little bit too far. But again, if you're less lazy, then you're going to get more worthy situation. They did manage to not mess up again and have it so you can dismantle skulls into sorcerer skulls. So that's quite nice. A little bit further down a claw outcrop, we will find another sorcerer. Boop. That was incredibly dramatic. And I guess I really earned his skull then. Our next stop is the Black Galleon and then Voyagers Vigil. We can find two upon the actual Black Galleon, usually one over here somewhere. Over here, and it will be a bit of a fight. But there is also a actual caravan over yonder, so you can knock them out and drag them there. Then we got another one just down here somewhere. Today they happen to be a named guy, which will make absolutely no difference to anything unless you happen to kill them. And then you can actually get some cooler stuff off them. Potentially. I'm just going to kill this one as well. Actually, maybe I'll knock him out. Yeah, run him. Obviously, you run him this way. Avoid all this nonsense. That's why I usually kill them instead of dragging them over. And over here at Voyagers of Vigil, the little camp, pretty much next to the caravan, we're going to find a couple more dudes, knock them out, drag them over. Again, you're probably going to have to knock everyone out or kill everyone. I tend to knock everyone out and then kill them because it's far easier. We got another one. Generally, you can find them by these things or like their little summoning pots. Boop. You do have the chance to find a fair few named guys here. It's one of my favorite crafting, farming places in general, and there's a lot of bearers. We're getting some other early game goodness. And if you just like a follower with lots of backpack space, good place to come anyway. Now this is kind of in the neighborhood, although it does require a climb up a cliff or a bit of a dip up this way and a run down here. Sometimes you'll find staircases on servers, but you just build your way up. It's not too hard to climb all your way up here. Careful, as there is a green wall of death over there. You'll find another sorcerer who you can kill or drag down. Your choice. Also, if you've ever noticed, there aren't any children in the exiled lands, but there are a lot of pots full of baby feet. Just saying. Oh, I was going to kill him. Boop. That's just by this little location, where you can find some named dudes here occasionally too. Right here. Heading back down south by the caravan near Death Whisper Ruins, we are at Watcher's Way Station, where we will find another sorcerer. You could drag them around the corner to the caravan. It's not too far. Cool if you could pick up those skulls. And keep your eye out for the sorcery pages. And another one just by the cages. Okay. I believe that is all that is here, only the two. It's a really easy one to come and pick them off early game, as it's quite close to the new beachy area. Just a little bit over from Watcher's Way Station, you'll find Tarman's Birth, where there'll be another two sorcerers. At least. Actually, there might be three here. I think there's three. These guys are really easy to pick off because they're low level, and there's not a huge amount of these other guys here. Over towards the Dry Falls, we'll find another couple. Again, it's just easier to kill these guys than go all the way back to another place. You can sometimes find a Yog Archpriest here. Beep. And we finally found a scroll. Much further away, we have Taylor's Birth, all the way out in the swampy area. I'll find a couple of these guys here too. And also a blood crystal rock nose around the corner. Probably not coming out because I'm in god mode. Get his skill. Again, these ones are pretty easy to pick off if you happen to be in the area. A little bit more of a psycho area to get to for sure. Get yourself a free weapon. Over by Buccaneer Bay, Booty Bay, Jamila's Liberty, Flotsam, we have another caravan, which I did show you in that other episode. If you haven't seen that, do check that out because I go into the locations of all of them and what they actually sell. We're going to find a sorcerer here. This guy will make all these guys kind of fight usually. A couple of good merchants that you can buy up some stuff with. Bunch of animal dudes. We'll head over here quickly. Quite easy to swim up to these, pick them off without getting into too much fight with everyone else. On the pirate ship itself, we do have a couple. This one on the walkway. Ooh, if I could actually make contact. And heading up here, I do believe maybe it's not this level, maybe it's the next level. Maybe it's only the one. You'd think there was another one up here. You can get yourself a cat. Yeah, maybe it's just the one. A bit further south in the descent of Dagon, we can find another caravan going down the stairs. You can either go left or right. You can often find a bunch of name dudes here too. We'll find a sorcerer. Again, very easy to drag these guys out. Over here you can find some treasures potentially. These boxes got a bit of a buff too. These guys can be named dudes, not just cooks. And here we have a named guy. First time I came here they were both named guys. He will give us the exact same amount though. And occasionally you'll find a scroll. I believe it's only the two here now. Head back up the stairs. Meow. We can hand in some of our skulls that we have acquired. Pretty consistently getting 5. Back in the day, it used to be slightly variant, decent treasures. And finally, I tend to head over to the Bigot of Boundless. Thus, just to be fair, sometimes I just grind here, as it is very easy to get a whole lot of the sorcerers. Plus, going up to these certain campfires can yield some pretty decent thralls. You won't find sorcerers up here though. They'll predominantly be found, yeah. There are now 3 here, and they were dedicated to Keto spawn. We're getting a bunch of named ones. Not that that makes any difference to our life. Yeah, stuck on a pillar. So to do that whole run, we've gotten about 550, and to be fair, I definitely could have knocked out a fair few more. Thralls tend to respawn pretty quickly, so you're probably better off finding one of those locations that has the most and just continuously grinding there and dragging them back. Somewhere like the Descent of Dagon or something, or ones where there aren't ones that are too far away, like the pirate ship. Although there are a lot more thralls to take out there, so that can be a little bit more annoying. So over at the den where there is another caravan and a fair few sorcerers here. There are 2 located right next to each other. Beep, beep, beep. Again, really easy to just drag those to that caravan. We found another scroll. You can find a treasure chest here. I don't want that. Over where you learn the belly dance. You can find another one. I also have to show you Sepulcher. Also didn't do that. Getting carried away. And over here, no, maybe it's just the bearer that I am thinking of. Sepulcher is another excellent spot because these guys won't attack you unless you attack them first. There is a caravan located by, and a fair few of the dudes to pick off pretty easily. None in this immediate area here, but if you head on over to just here, you'll find a dude. Kill him. Where am I facing? This way. You can find set archpriests here on occasion, but just over this wall, you can find a few more. Once you attack one guy though, everyone else is going to get mad. So keep that in mind. I don't know how to do a finisher. Just die. But you can leave and they'll get unaggroed, but the dudes will get their health. If you're a bit stronger or have some friends and some confidence, you can come to Mounds of the Dead and find a few of the guys around here. So I'd say no, there's no caravan unless they have added one and I just can't see it anywhere. Let's head to the front. Although front is subjective. We'll go to this one over here first. Whoop. Now, you will find a couple in the big huts. Beep. They're a lot harder to kill, but they're not going to give you any more obolus than the lower level ones. So again, is it really worth coming here to get these dudes specifically? Probably not. But if you happen to be in the neighborhood and getting bearers or blacksmiths or whatever, also the recipe there that you should probably touch. From these huts, we head on over to the other kind of biggish hut. We will also find another sorcerer. Again, kind of chunky HP. Probably easier to knock him out. Get stuck in that table because I want your thing. Oh, that's really rude. There we go. And we can find potentially named dudes here on our run. So some very, very good named dudes. It is worthy coming here. I did think there was a third guy here, but maybe I'm just tripping. On to the next. A new as grab, we can find a caravan. At least 3 sorcerers. There may be more, but I'm 100. Where's that first one? Heading through here, I believe, in here. Yeah. Nope, next one. And behind this big building, there may be more, but I'm pretty sure it's only these ones. Ugh, die. I don't care about his finisher. Right nearby at Trapper's Cabin, we'll find one lone dude near the recipe 5. Heading on up into the volcano is basically the last place I actually know where to get sorcerers from. We'll find another caravan right near the obelisk. Unfortunately, the sorcerers up here and everyone else are kind of dressed the same, so that can be confusing. Very easy to find and kill if you can actually hit it. Blood crystal golem, which will get you some stuff. And up here at the Shrine of the Oracle, we can find usually a fair few sorcerers. These guys now do attack you. They didn't used to, but they now do. Some of the things we are getting from the sacks themselves are like truncheons and sorcerer notes and bindings. Some of these are rewards for handing in, and some are from actually just killing the guys. But you definitely get up a lot of shitty truncheons so much. If you're feeling extra spicy and you actually want to get up some coins relatively quickly, you can in fact come do the Kurak dungeon. Now, I'm not going to run through the whole dungeon as I do have separate guide. I have an updated guide as well, so don't be looking at the unupdated guide and being confused. Look at the updated one, which will be linked at the end of this video. You basically just summon with the blood crystals, which if you happen to have gone to the volcano or basically any other locations we went to earlier, you would have found a rock nose at some point. I don't have the option available to me because I am in god mode, admin mode, creative mode, whatever. But you summon that and you can get yourselves some magi heads off the dudes in there. If the random events happen to return or are still available, I haven't seen any, so I'm assuming they're not. You can sometimes find fancy sorcerers there that drop magi skulls. Also, you don't have to complete the dungeon, but it will give you a fair amount of blood crystal in turn as well from hacking up the golems, and the severed head of Kurak, plus also the recipe for the Kurak armor if you do happen to actually finish the dungeon. Although I think nowadays you have to, otherwise you'll lose your loot. I'll double check that. But you can also get some early game dragon powder and trade in those blood crystals for some magi caches to give you some extra goodies, and trade in here for some fancy grand caches, which will give you lots of stuff to help you farm. So basically, you don't really need to farm anything anymore. You just do killing sorcerers, handing in their stuff, knocking out sorcerers, handing them in, and doing the Kurak dungeon. I hope you all have found this informative. Like I said, stick around, check out that Kurak dungeon guide for how to do that really easily and get up at least 300 ancient obelisks every time you do it. It's super easy, and it's a really quick dungeon to do. As it's not really a dungeon, it's literally just a boss fight in a cave. If you're not already, consider subscribing and smash that like button if you found this enjoyable. Until next time, I hope you have an excellent day, evening, night, morning, whatever it may be, wherever you may be. Have a good one.